basketball. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sports Talk Network channel. And welcome here today to my Riverdale Riverdale reviews and theory for this season 2 episode number 21, episode 21 of Riverdale. Last night's episode, which I could say with quite confidence was pretty dang good, or as the cool kids would say, or maybe whatever. In this generation, it was lit. I guess that's the phrase. Either way, it was a good episode. I certainly enjoyed it for what it was. And we had what seemed like probably, maybe, sort of, kind of, always could be. No, and I'm asking of the Black Hood. Because I'm pretty sure the Black Hood's identity was revealed last night. Or at least one of them. But either way, let's continue this road to Riverdale. I think next week is the Go Home show. Or not Go Home show, sorry. I'm thinking pro wrestling. Next week, like this one here actually, would be the Go Home show to the quote-unquote pay-per-view. For wrestling, the Go Home show is the final broadcast of episode before the big pay-per-view, the last last episode to announce matches. I mean, they could do it in the pre-show, the pay-per-view. The point is, announce matches, have last segments and promo segments before they have their big match at the pay-per-view and this and that. Well, here for Riverdale, as I equate it with pro wrestling, I talk here on this channel enough times, right? Here, this being the go-home show, to the finale, because I do think next week is the finale of Riverdale. It's been a great season. It's been an awesome, fantabulous, entertaining, spooky, scary, sexy, and interesting season. All those and other adjectives you want to use and throw out there, I would, could use to describe this show. But this show still is going to be awesome and will continue to be because, yeah. But anyways, moving forward about that, I'm certainly looking forward to the season 2 finale. I do think it is next week. If it's not, then I'm all wrong about this whole go-home show, blah, blah, blah stuff. And I apologize. And that ramblingness can be all null and void, but I'm pretty sure. Let me check here. As I check the regular website, Wikipedia, other things. Let me see here. Oh yeah, it is the finale next week. Brave New World is the title of the next episode. Episode numero 22. That finale is going to be lit as well. Right, kids? Right, guys? Gals, people? Whether I'm using that word right or wrong, I don't know. And I kind of don't care. I'm in a good mood right now anyways. Though I'm always in a positive, upbeat mood. But anyways, let's move on. Let's actually talk about these episodes. Dive right in. Talk about episode 21 here, season 2 of Riverdale. As you draw closer to the Riverdale season finale, as I mentioned, being next week, this being the go-home show, next week being that finale, the mystery of the Black Hood continues to haunt us, you, them, us all. And beware, there are some major spoilers in tonight's Riverdale ahead. So yeah, watch out for. Well, obviously, this is a review of the episode, as I do each and every week, and I review this show. There are spoilers to the episode. If you have not seen said episode, you're welcome to come back here and check out this fantabulous review of said episode. Or if you're one that's kind of like me, sometimes I don't do it all the time. Like there's some movies like Avengers, Infinity War. I did not watch any reviews of any YouTubers, whether I was a big fan of theirs or a casual fan of theirs. Other channeling here on the YouTube. Because I wanted to go into that movie spoiler free as much as I could. But for TV shows and otherwise, like I can be spoiled for things and I'll still enjoy it because I'll still continue to watch. Like WWE, they're going to have some shows overseas for Monday Night Raw, Tuesday SmackDown Live this next upcoming week. And we'll already know the results because of the time difference and stuff like that. The quote unquote spoilers will be out, because the show already happening and being taped there in England, London, England, specifically for Raw, SmackDown, I believe. Then I'll probably read them, but I'll still watch the show, and I'll technically be better prepared for my Raw and SmackDown reviews. Point being is, sometimes I don't mind it. So if you don't mind it, if you're one like me and will keep watching continually on from right now and whatever, don't care, then that's fine, and still go back to watch the episode, because obviously you don't want to miss anything, and I might leave some things out, which I have done in the past during this season, as I've found out when I rewatched some episodes. Some little things, some big things, I might feel bad about it while I'm rewatching it, but I'm like, okay, well, the video's already out, and I'm getting some good response. So I thank you those that have continually to watch, and if you have, leave a comment. You can just say hello or something. If you have continually watched, maybe not every single one, but most of my Riverdale reviews, I thank you. And I'll be sending this link out to a couple people, maybe even the cast, I don't know, to this review as well. But anyways, moving on, like I said, talking about the episode. At the end of last week's episode, though, Cheryl Blossom opened the door to a hooded figure and screamed in fear, following a terrifying and terrific, in a sense, cliffhanger, because it did its job as a cliffhanger. Here's everything that happened in Judgment Night, the name of this episode here, Season 2, Episode number 21, including the unmasking of the true Black Hood. Something or none, or, as some have said, at least maybe one of them. I'm always one, if you're going to have a show like this, it's like MTV Scream. One killer, one person being the bad guy or a girl, not being sexist, could be a bad girl, bad guy, bad girl, whoever, the one who didn't, who done it, which, by the way, I want that TV show back, Who Done It. That was a good show. Good books, by the way, by Anthony E. Zeiker, so check those out. Anyways, I think there should be only one, so what we found out in last night's episode to be of true to be, then it should be true to be, right? True to form in that sense. So why wouldn't it not be true to be? Wouldn't Triple H be true to be? Hold on, I gotta go. Something's happening around here. Hold on. Alright, sorry about the delay. You're gonna have to just move operations here. We continue to walk down the stairs. Anyways, let's get back to the review. When Black Hood comes at Cheryl with an axe, Cheryl runs up the stairs and locks herself in the bedroom, but the Black Hood makes chase and bashes down the door. Cheryl escapes through the bedroom window, and when we next see her, she's managed to don a special outfit of her own. Cheryl shoots Black Hood with a bow and arrow. Dressed in her own outfit that looked like Little Red Riding Hood, only a sexy Little Red Riding Hood, Cheryl shoots the Black Hood in the shoulder and warns that if he comes any closer, she'll shoot to kill. This scares him off, and he runs into the forest. Dun, dun, dun. On the phone, Cheryl tells Betty she plans to track the Black Hood through the woods. She tells him, warning the Betty to go back to the house alone in case her dad is the Black Hood. Betty still suspects her dad is the killer. After receiving Cheryl's phone call, Betty asks her mom where her dad is. Alice says Hal is out covering the rights for the register. So once again, he's conveniently missing while the Black Hood is still at large. Betty goes home to try to find him and sees traces of blood in the sink. He's convinced Cheryl wounded Hal. The serpents are hunting Reggie. Fangs is in surgery after sustaining a bullet wound, and the serpents are out for blood. Even though Archie wrestled Reggie to the ground before he could shoot Fangs, serpents still believe Reggie shot their friend. They're hunting him and destroying the town in the process, starting with Riverdale High. But Hermione offers a bounty to whomever can bring down the Black Hood. Hermione announced a reward of $1 million for the capture or murder of the Black Hood, which, why not? Mrs. Clump tells Veronica she shot Fangs. Midge's mom is wandering around in a daze near the riot where Fangs was shot. Veronica stops to help her, and Midge's mom confesses to shooting Fangs. Veronica takes her to the police station, which then hopefully can end the stop of this new little war we have here, or the riots between Jocks and Serpents. At least I simply see Jocks versus Serpents, which is always interesting, I guess. At least always interesting in the show. Not in reality, but FP phones Betty to tell her Hal has been admitted to the hospital. According to FP, he's bleeding badly. Dang it, if I can speak. Bleeding badly. Betty rushes to the hospital with the assumption that he was, in fact, shot by Cheryl's bow and arrow. Veronica breaks into her dad's office. Veronica believes that her father plans to use the $1 million she received from Nick Sinclair's family to pay the reward for the Black Hood's capture. Veronica locks herself in Hiram's office to go through his files, but in his locked desk, she finds incriminating photos of her mother with Fred Andrews taken during their brief fling in season 1. Veronica realizes Hiram plans to use them to bring down Fred's mayoral campaign, and as it turns out, Hermione is in on it too. Well, good for them. The ghouls attack Pops. Pop calls Archie to tell him Reggie is hiding there, but before anyone can rescue him, the ghoulies turn up at Pop's to start another riot. Pop advises Archie to go up to the roof and make firebombs under the alcohol stored there. Thankfully, some of our residents come to the aid of Archie before the riots do escalate. Riverdale adds to the rescue. In an analysis announced Riverdale's famously FP, Fred, and Sheriff Killer arrive at Pops to stop the ghoulies' riot. Kevin utters the magic phrase, Riverdale dads to the rescue, which is interesting. And takes a photo to commemorate the moment Riverdale's dads got their chance to shine. #awesome days. A stranger shows up at Pop's demanding Hiram's address. An extremely creepy guy asks Pop where the lodges live. It's clear Hiram has a lot of enemies who are finally coming out of the woodwork. Thank the good Lord above all that. Betty searches for her dad at the hospital. Instead, all she finds is a murdered doctor. The Black Hood phones her and says her mother as a hostage, threatening to slit Alice's throat if Betty doesn't come home in 10 minutes, or if she alerts the police. Either way, like the bad guy or girl always says, don't let the cops know, or the person or the hostage is going to die. That trope, that thing. It'd be what it'd be. Anyways, it's looking more and more likely that Hal is the Black Hood. And like I said, I've said that all along. But that could be a giant red herring, but just so obvious that it probably could be cool. And probably could be correct as well. Penny Peabody comes back to town and kidnaps Tony Topaz. Yeah, you remember her, Penny Peabody? As she promised, Penny Peabody is back and wants revenge for Jughead slicing the serpent tattoo off her arm. She kidnaps Tony and threatens to kill her if Jughead doesn't meet her demands. Hal reveals his creepy past. Just as Betty suspected, her dad opens up about some of his darkest deeds. He shows Alice and Betty a video of him as a child. It reveals that Hal's father killed the Conway family in that infamous murder that only the janitor, Mr. Sevens, survived. Hal's mother made Hal convince Mr. Sevens that the Cooper patriarch was not responsible for the murder of his entire family. Apparently, Hal's dad had an obsession with ridding the town of sinners. Which, doesn't that sound familiar? Isn't that exactly what the Black Hood said previously? Hal makes Alice record the whole conversation in order to make everyone understand why he, in turn, committed committed to the Black Hood murders, especially because he plans to kill Alice and Betty. Hal reveals he's responsible for every murder that's taking place in Riverdale, though he wasn't the mysterious gunman at the recent mayoral debate. Hal claims to have even shot Fred Andrews despite having the wrong eye. But I don't know. It's interesting. We got it. Black Hood breaks into the Andrews house. He tries to shoot Archie. Fred defends his son. Fred is shot again, but he's wearing a bulletproof vest this time. The Sheriff Keller made him put on before they went to the riot. Archie tries to chase after the Black Hood, but he can't catch up. Come on now, you're young and fit. You should be able to catch up, bro. Just saying. Penny is working with the Ghoulies. Jughead goes to rescue Tony and learns that Penny is now working with the Ghoulies to destroy Riverdale. In fact, Hiram Lodge paid them all to work together. But luckily, Jughead brought Cheryl with him, and she has her bow and arrow, ready for battle, like we're Avengers Assemble here, which is interesting since we're just off the of that movie, which was so totally awesome, by the way. They rescue Tony and escape with Penny and the Ghoulies. Veronica and Hermione are attacked by Papa's son. A strange man asking Pop where the Lodges live. That was Papa's son, Small Fry. He is seeking revenge for the death of his father, whom Hiram murdered earlier this season. Hermione manages to load a gun hidden in Hiram's office and shoot Small Fry before he can attack her or Veronica. Hiram returns home to find the doorman murdered and body of Small Fry in his office. Veronica and Hermione tell Hiram he needs to sort out this mess, and he arranges for the two bodies to be taken away and dumped. So whoever finds them assumes they're victims of the riot. Fangs dies, and the serpents decide to fight the ghouls. Look at that. Ghoulies. So we have the ghoulies, which is their own group, the serpents, who are cooler, interesting. And now, not only did we have the serpents versus the jocks, as I call it, down. Now we have battle of two trying to be like bad groups. And I don't mean bad as in evil, but just rough and toughs. Sadly, Fangs doesn't. Sorry about that. Fangs doesn't make it out of surgery, and now the serpents want revenge on the ghoulies. All right. Sorry. Alice provokes Hal, and Betty saves her mom. To try to save Betty, Alice calls Hal a mama's boy and tells him that he is more of a man than he is. She tells her daughter, all I'm pointing out is her father can't do anything right. He could be a serial killer. The ploy works as Alice manages to distract Hal long enough so Betty can find a weapon and incapacitate her father. She hits him over the head, and Alice inflicts another blow to make certain he's down. Jughead makes a deal with Hiram Lodge. Jughead hands himself over to Penny Peabody and the Ghoulies in order to ensure Riverdale's safety and calls out the riots. However, Penny goes back on her word, telling him she'll go after Betty next. Jughead is beaten him into his life. He looks dead, but is he? Probably not. Hal is arrested, but something doesn't add up. Firstly, Hal is arrested by Sheriff Keller, who was fired from the police department and replaced with a new sheriff. Plus, Archie tells Betty the Black Hood shot his dad an hour ago when Hal would have been at the Cooper residence. This means there's a second shooter, a popular theory from the fandom that I've been hearing for quite a while. Plus, I'm still convinced that Sheriff Keller is the Black Hood, or one of them, at the very least. He has eyebrows for it, and as he's not the sheriff anymore, it seems a little too convenient that he's taking Hal away in handcuffs. Perhaps they're all working together and not driving to the police station at all. That would be interesting. But it seems like we at least have a reveal of one of the Black Hoods, and that be Hal Cooper. So I hope you all enjoyed this review. Sorry about the camera angle there, but hope you all enjoyed the review. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will be back tonight for CU's Wrestling Rambo. We'll talk WWE off the heels of Backlash and heading forward 4 weeks from now or otherwise to WWE Money in the Bank, which is awesome pay-per-view. But I hope you enjoyed this review. Shout out to Courtney and other YouTubers that talk Riverdale and other ones. So leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a comment in the comment section below if you do care or wish to. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think there's a second Black Hood? Let me know. And we'll be good to go. Enjoy the weather in your area. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your time. Stay safe, have fun, and above all else, as always, take care.